Hi and welcome to my maths channel for GCSE maths. The syllabus I'm going to be following is the one for Pearson Edexcel, but largely the syllabuses are the same, so don't let that put you off following if you want to follow. It's not going to be the fastest moving sessions. I know that sometimes there's a pressure for people to feel like they've got to learn stuff quickly, but I kind of feel like with maths, the real way that you understand it is by moving incredibly slowly actually, and really pausing to think about what's going on. So over the years I've worked in several schools. I've worked in mainstream, in sixth form college, and also largely in special educational needs. And what I've largely found is that in order for people to become successful at maths, there's not really much of a massive cheat to it. I don't believe that the maths that people meet at school is beyond anyone, but I think it does take time to learn it. And so what I want to do really is I just want to go through all the topics that are making up the GCSE maths for the higher tier, and I just want to go through them at a pace that I believe that from my past has enabled people to understand a bit more, and has helped encourage people with how to think. So if you're somebody that feels like sometimes you'd like to get better at maths, and you feel like your lessons sometimes move too quick, you feel lost, hopefully this channel will be a place where you can come, you can watch my lessons, and you can try to answer the questions that I pose to you as you go through. I spend a lot of time when I work with students talking about what we are actually doing, as opposed to just constantly doing example after example after example. I think the most important thing that you can do for your ability in maths is actually to stop and reflect and really try to understand what it is that you've done and why it's worked. I think there's a big rush with maths to try and get as many answers as possible. I know that some people think there's a bit of a correlation between answering things quickly and how clever you are. And in many cases, I mean, maybe there might be, but it's when you really get involved in maths, especially with more of the higher tier stuff, and definitely with A level and definitely with degree, speed becomes less and less of an issue, and it's largely based upon your time to think, to reflect, and to go through the topics and to really understand what you're doing. And I think when you find methods that you learn things that are just allow you to be particularly speedy, what you're doing is you're probably learning a trick. And if you try to base your entire education in maths on tricks, and actually what you're doing is you're making a lot more content for yourself to learn in the long run. But anyway, don't I sound like I'm talking negative. Anyway, if you want to feel free to watch along, like and subscribe, and get involved in this journey. And yeah, we'll see how far I get, but I'm optimistic so far. So yeah, goodbye.